Hey everyone, Tracy Hazzard here, Feed Your Brand, wrapping up International Women's Day and our features of great women podcasters, amazing women podcasters. And I want to thank them and give a shout out. Christy Whitman, Juliette Clark, Carolyn Rivera, Dr. Marissa Pay, Issa Tees, Lillian Walker, Aaliyah Ava, Dr. Liz Hafer, Jennifer Ford Berry, Penny Zanker, Phoebe Morochek, Stephanie Lahart. I mean, I had so much fun with these women today. It's incredible. So if you missed any of them, they're all there. They're going to be on the Feed Your Brand Facebook page. They're also going to be on feedyourbrand.co, our website, for the podcast. And they'll all be there within a couple of weeks. We'll have all the posts up and we'll have the podcasts up and airing as well. Because I just wanted you to, make sure that you hear their voices. And so there was a couple technical issues on the video side of some things. So definitely if you really wanted to hear that and you just got frustrated because the video was so bad, please come back and listen to them on the podcast side because we'll have all that cleaned up because that's what we do here. So I really have to thank the Brandcasters and Podetize team also. I really want to make a big shout out to them because they're trying to juggle two things. We've got Feed Your Brand International Women's Day going on here, and we've got PodFest going on in Florida. And so all of that is going on at the same time. And so they had to produce graphics and help me out with all of this. And so technically, I just want to thank the team for supporting me because I can't do what I do. I can't have balance for better, life in harmony as the theme is today. I can't have that without the team. And so that's the last thing I want to leave you guys with is I run 3 columns, Inc. magazine, Authority magazine, and Thrive Global, I write articles for as well. And so I've got all of that going on. Plus I've got 4 podcasts. And so I haven't mentioned all of them today, and I'm just going to mention them really briefly in case you're interested in them. WTFFF 3D Printing is our oldest, 560 something episodes on there. Only if you're really interested in 3D printing, because otherwise, you won't know what's going on. Feed Your Brand here. And this is our podcast for brand casting, right? For those that are out there doing podcasts, blogs, videos. We want to cover you and help you with what's going on out there, who's great at this, who's got great models that are working, and sharing all of that with you. That's our goal here at Feed Your Brand, and highlighting and promoting special individuals who are doing great things in the podcast world. And I'm going to mention something about that in a minute because I'm going to give you a great offer. And this is not salesy at all because I promise you it's all free. Product Launch Hazards is my 3rd podcast. Product Launch Hazards for Amazon sellers, e-commerce sellers, those launching products, inventions. It's a culmination of all the 25 plus experts that are involved in any time I've ever launched a product in the last 27 years. So they're all there, and we're all sharing our wisdom with you and sharing all the things that go wrong, all the hazards of product launching. So that's there for you guys. And then my newest one, the New Trust Economy. This is what I really want to show you guys. This is the story. It's a quick little story, and I just want to share it with you because this is how powerful podcasting has been for me in getting my expertise, getting my voice out there, getting me to be established authority really quickly in an industry. So end of January, I launched the podcast called The New Trust Economy with my co-host, Monica Profit. And Monica couldn't be here today because she's at South by Southwest, or headed to South by Southwest. And so she couldn't be here today to be featured. Otherwise, we'd be talking about that show. But the New Trust Economy is all about blockchain, cryptocurrency, and how that world is going to change our economy in the future, right? And so anyway, I started that in January, and it was after I had done a whole string of interviews at an event, and everyone said, oh, you should do more. This was really great. You should do more. And the reality is I'm not an expert in blockchain. Monica is. She wrote the book Blockchain 101. So, I'm not an expert in that. She represents that. But I'm curious. I'm business curious and application curious. And I decided to start a podcast around that with her so that I could explore that side of that. Well, fast forward to end of February, like the 20th of February, actually, so that I was invited to go on the Larry King Now show as a panelist, and I was a remote panelist, and there were 4 of us on there. All of those, the other 3 people, one of the founders of Wikipedia, the founder of XYO, and Eric Tippett's, the co-founder of NASGO. Like these are all really established guys in the podcast, in the blockchain world. And here I am, just the podcast girl who's only had a podcast for 1 month. And so, but yet I held my own there, and I was able to talk about things because I'm good at this. I'm good at what I do. I'm good at how I ask questions, and I'm expert in that. But I was level to that because of my podcast, because I had interviewed someone and that producer saw me and said, that's the voice we need. That's the perspective we need to bring this. So you never know when this is going to happen. So if you are not putting your voice out there, if you're not putting your face out there, if you're not putting your words out there, and that's why we're big at Brandcasters with making sure that it's video, audio, and blog posts all, because you want to be seen, you want to be heard, and you want to be found, most importantly, where people are searching, wherever that might be. And so that's really my ultimate goal, is to just show you and share that story so that you understand that that does not have to happen in years. It can happen overnight. It can happen quickly. I got my Inc. column because of my very first podcast. So all of those things and the things that have come to me over time have come because I've made this part of my business work for me, work really effectively and getting out there. And so that, if that's anything that I can leave you at the end of International Women's Day, or end of this celebration of International Women's Day, because the day's not over yet. But if there's anything that I can leave with you, is that the sooner you get out there and start talking to people, and the sooner you start building those relationships and getting out there and doing this type of thing, is really going to help you really move forward with making sure you're making the right products and services and selling the right things, because you're going to have conversations about it. So it's going to be right. It's also going to make sure that you are in your element, because if you can be passionate about that on episode 1 and episode 567, then you know that this is the right thing for you. This is worth spending your time and energy. And we've talked about that today. So that's what I want to share with you. And then I also want to really give you a promotion opportunity. So if you're out there, if you're a videocaster, podcaster, any of that type of influencer, I want to invite you to be able to go to featurebrand.co/PR now. And that is going to allow you to be a part of our guest and host directory, which is totally free. So you can fill out a profile and you can be found by our podcast hosts. And we have over, oh gosh, I don't even know the number right now. We're headed into 1,000 this year. Or early this year, actually. So we're getting really close to that. And so they're going to be able to find you, and they're going to be able to invite you to be a guest on their show, because your expertise needs to get out there. So that's going to be the case. But you're also going to be able to find great podcast hosts. You're going to be able to understand what their beat is, as we talked about with Stephanie Lahart. You're going to be able to find out what interests them, what excites them, and what their things are about. Like I just told you what my 4 different podcasts are about. So then you know how to come back and pitch to me, oh, I'd be perfect for your blockchain show because I've been working in cryptocurrency for X number of years, and here's my perspective. And so you have a way to communicate that to me. So you'll be able to do that with all the hosts that opt into our platform as well. So that's a free place for you to connect and do that absolutely back and forth between each other. But in addition, if you'll be able to fill out and apply to be a part of an Authority Magazine feature, because I'm just writing this new column and I'm super excited about it. And I'm going to be featuring videocasters and podcasters who are putting their message out there. And so it's an opportunity for you to be featured for free in a magazine. So it's it is really absolutely no sales involved here. So all you got to do is sign in. And so go right there to featurebrand.co/PR now and join me and let me help get your voices out there, get you heard, get you seen, heard, and found. So thank you all so much for being here on International Women's Podcast and International Women's Day, as I celebrate all of these great women podcasters. So thank you again.